This August the 6th picks edition of the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at underdogfantasy.com. Promo code MLB SGPN. Welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is Tuesday, August the 5th. We are here with a full slate of action for Wednesday, August the 6th. I think I said it was the 6th. Today is the 5th. We're doing the 6th. That's what's going on. Joining me, whatever day it is Mr. Lonte Smith. Lonte, what's happening, mate?
Back-to-back days, man. I'm hoping that we can start our listeners off to a good week, and then hopefully we can ladder that into some wins during the weekend. So yeah, man, it's good. It's a good time. We got good matchups. It's just hard, like we always say every Tuesday. It's hard to kind of dictate. We don't know what happens Monday, so it's kind of weird. But we get some baseball for you as well.
Yes. Yeah, we are in that unusual spot of, and we did the show back to back, which means all the games we handicapped yesterday, we haven't seen the outcomes of. So our thoughts on the teams at home, away, those kind of splits and records and the informed teams and our general gut, none of that's changed as yet. But we have 30 new pitches to get amongst it. And I'm sure we'll have some different opinions on those. There's a couple of games off the board, not many. I've got 2 games off the board, just so we can handle that. Callum's joined us in the chat for no reason whatsoever. Callum, welcome along. Callum is one of our Premier League listeners, but $2 fine for talking about football, apart from NFL, obviously. 32 team previews are out at the moment. I listened to the Pittsburgh Steelers with Bowser the other day. That's a proper giggle, that one. And they're doing the phrase that pays. Each episode, they give out one word of a 32-word phrase. So submit the phrase for a chance to win a $1,000 circa future. Okay, all business right there, Lonte. We will dig straight in. Plenty days ball. Oh, look at all this days ball. Oh, this is beautiful. I don't think I've got anything to do tomorrow night either. I could build some giant parlays here. 12:35 Eastern, the San Francisco Giants are at the Pittsburgh Pirates, where 2 left-handed pitchers go in. Robbie Ray for the Giants, taking on Andrew Heaney of the Pirates. The Giants are minus 160. The Pirates are plus 130. And the total is 7.5. And isn't this just what we handicapped? I don't want to take the Giants. Robbie Ray's been fine, actually. Probably better than fine. He had back-to-back good starts against the New York Mets in his last 2. He's still having a very good season. Heaney pitched in that madness of a game last week, that 70-60, and he started that. There was a lot of things went on after Heaney left the game in that one. His ERA in June and July has been poor. But if you go through his game log, it's really peculiar. It reads like 3 road losses, then a good home win, then 3 road losses, then a good home win. Pittsburgh win his home start, and that's it. And when I saw that, because we talked about Pittsburgh decent home record last night, because the Giants haven't been in the best of form, I don't mind taking Pittsburgh again at a plus price here. The plus money on Tuesday, the plus money on Wednesday. One of them's going to win, Lonte. I'll take Pittsburgh again.
Yeah, well, let's hope the one wins tomorrow, because I'm going to take the Giants. I think it's mostly just because of what Ray's been doing. I mean, he's got 1 win in his last 10 outings, but if you dig a little bit deeper into it, he's got 3 earned or fewer in 9 of those. He's got 2 or less in 7 of his last 8 on the road. And Haney's been a bit of a roller coaster the last 2 months. You talked about it with that. He had a 9-run lead before throwing a pitch and still didn't register a win. He's allowed 7 home runs in his last 5. A lot of contact allowed, 2 or less Ks in 4 of his last 5. So he's allowing a lot of contact. Now, can San Francisco offensively kind of I guess, take advantage of that. I'm not 100% sure. But in a spot, I think Ray will limit the Pittsburgh, who plays well at home, to maybe 2 or 3 runs. And then I think that they can get to 4 or 5. So I'm going to take the Rays. I'm going to take Ray and the Giants minus the 1.5.
Eli has joined us. Pleased to see us back together again. And D. Johnson as well. Callum was asking who the Manchester United of MLB are. And I told him what he means by that. It's like the annoying, obnoxious team that everybody hates. So I told him it was the New York Yankees, which I know you're a Yankees man, but you're even agreeing. So you kind of...
I get it. Trust me, I get it.
And they also take a little bit of pride in it as well. You can see how Lonte is not remotely bothered. He's fully aware. Scott's the same.
Yeah.
They carry that. Is arrogance the right word? You know what I mean. So Callum's going to wait for another podcast to get stuck into them. Next, 12:35 Eastern. This one's off the board. And have you seen lines on this, Lonte? Because I've seen pictures all day long. The Baltimore Orioles at the Philadelphia Phillies, where it's Trevor Rogers, left-handed pitcher, taking on Ranger Suarez. I've seen them listed all day long, but I've not, unless I just missed them. What have you got?
I see minus 157 for Philly, plus 140 for Baltimore.
Okay, take it away with this one then, Lonte.
Yeah, total is 8.5. You can get plus money on the over. But I think it's properly priced, to be honest. I mean, Rogers has been completely dominant. 6 quality starts in his last 7. He's got a 1.13 ERA in that span, 0.67 whip. He's been pretty much flawless on the road. I mean, it's just the fact that do you trust him here against a team that has the offensive capabilities of Philly? Suarez has been dominant as well, 3 or less in 14 of his 16 starts. His last 2 home starts, he's not really been fully himself. He's allowed 9 combined in those. Previous to that, he had 5 combined earns in his previous 5 starts. So with both pitchers going as well as they've been going now, I like the under. I think we can see both pitchers go pretty well here, and we can get 4-3 can get us under here. That's a pretty good game. 4-3 is solid. So I'm going to go 4-3. I don't know who wins, but I'll take the under.
I had the exact same handicap, Lonte. You've taken the words off my page there. Rogers has been absolutely dealing lately. I didn't realise how good he'd been. Kind of escaped my radar slightly. Really good length. And he's not given up over 2 runs in 7 straight games. He does. The one caveat that I found here was he's got a horrible record against the Phillies. 1-6 with a 6.71 ERA. Suarez kind of inconsistent lately, and his home ERA is 4.11. But also, there's a couple of strong pointers here. Is that Baltimore on the road against lefties have been a bottom 5 offense. They're not terrible against lefties, but on the road, it's a big split. And surprisingly, Philly are only hitting 2.08 at home against left-handed pitchers as well. So I think both pitchers can get on top. I actually took a first 5 under here. I don't mind Baltimore plus 140, but I'm going to take a first
I don't mind
5 under, Lonte.
That's a good call.
1:10 Eastern. First pitch is the Cleveland Guardians at the New York Mets, where Gavin Williams will go for the Guardians against left-handed pitcher David Peterson of the New York Mets. Cleveland plus 145, the Mets minus 175. Total is at 7.5. And I liked another under here. Gavin Williams has been really solid lately. Again, like Rogers, good length. His June ERA was 2.57. His July ERA was 3.03. Peterson has a very similar profile. 4 starts in July have rendered a 1.05 ERA for him. And the game totals for Peterson, 7, 3, 5, 4, 5. 5 rock-solid unders here. I think pitching's on top again for the second time running. I'm going to take another under. Total's a bit lower this time, but I'm happy to take the under. We'll still 4-3. Any 4-3 again, Lonte?
Yeah, I was getting there on the under. You convinced me a little bit more than what I was. But the issue that I have is with Gavin Williams is that he leads the majors in walks. So if he's going to put guys on, then, the Mets, who I think will be better offensively, I talked about them yesterday, kind of coming out of the shell offensively, especially at home. If he's going to put guys on, I mean, I think the Mets will be able to capitalize. I don't think their offense will be able to – I don't think Cleveland's offense will be able to get to Peterson like you talked about, 5 straight quality starts, 5 combined runs in those. He's not allowed more than 2 earned since mid-April. So he's been pretty dominant. So I can get with you on the under. I might look at the first 5 under because I do think that if Gavin Williams has his control and he's going pretty good, that he can limit the damage to the offense. So I'm going to go first 5 under, Mal. So it's not a total disagreement with you. It's just that I don't really, it's kind of a variance between what you're going to get with the walks and control issues that Gavin Williams has. So for now, I'll just take the first 5 under.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me tell you about Underdog Best Ball Mania happening all summer long, giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football. Underdog is also a great place to play Pick'em, where you can win up to 500 times your entry. Use our promo code to claim a special pick. And first-time deposit offer up to $1,000. That is MLB SGPN. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code MLB SGPN. And we're brought to you by MyBookie.ag, your place to bet on every sport, including MLB, WNBA, golf, and football futures. Tons of locations and crypto accepted too. Head to MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. T's and C's apply at MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. 1:10 Eastern first pitch. This is the second and last game that's off the board here. The Minnesota Twins against the Detroit Tigers. Minnesota been TBD all day. Haven't seen a pitcher at all for them. Jack Flaherty is confirmed for Detroit. But like I say, no lines, so not much on this one. Lonte, do you have anything?
Yeah, not really. Just want to credit Jack Flaherty because he's been, pretty good as of late. Since I think we talked about, well, I know I did, was like on the fade train of him. And I think that his emergence and going forward, like he's been, so basically he's allowed 3 or less in 7 straight. He's got 1 combined in his last 2. He's been really good at home. And I think his emergence and like being better as of late caused them to not go get another arm. So I think they're going to rely on him in the playoffs. So I mean, outside of that, I would look at another under more than likely. I mean, it's hard to do anything with Minnesota. Obviously, they sold at the deadline, so the guy's injured, banged up. So I don't really know how they fare well offensively, especially with Flaherty going this well at home. So probably be another under for me. Maybe a Flaherty gets a win type of bit, but yeah, that's all I have for this one.
Yeah, I was impressed with Flaherty recently. He's back at it. 1 earned run over his last 12 innings. And he's much better at home as well, a 3.38 ERA. This does look like kind of another just a run prevention exercise from Detroit. They'll just hold Minnesota at arm's length and knock them off 4-1, something like that. The Twins are in a proper funk at the moment. And they've got an awful road record. So, yeah, I think Detroit will win. Whether the prices allow us to get involved remains to be seen on that one. Next up, the Cincinnati Reds are at the Chicago Cubs. This one first pitch is 2:20 Eastern time, and it is left-handed pitcher Andrew Abbott for the Reds, who takes on Cade Horton for the Chicago Cubs. -140 the Cubbies, +120 the Reds. The total, Lonte, 8.5.
Yeah, man, this is a really good game. I think it's a really good pitching matchup between these two pitchers. If you want to look at the first spot, I mean, I know we've been on unders all show, but this is another one that I like as well. 8 is a total. I mean, Abbott's been amazing, 2 or less in 4 straight. He threw 7 scoreless in his last start in Wrigley. And if you look at the last 2 starts that he had against the Cubs, he got 1 combined run in 12 2/3 innings pitched against them this year. He's been dominant on the road. And you contrast that to Horton, who's got 17 innings pitched scoreless streak going, 18 2/3 scoreless streak going at home. So he's been in good form. He does have some walk issues, which is kind of concerning. Cincinnati's offense has been playing a little bit better. So I'm going to take the dog here, and I like the under. Both pitchers have been really good. Maybe you want to split a unit and go first 5 under in full game. But I think I think the under is one of the best plays on the board for tomorrow.
Yeah, don't mind it. Love Andrew Abbott. He's been, he kind of gets mixed results, but that's more to do with Cincinnati's sort of flaky offense because he's been faultless really. In his last 4 starts, 2-1, 2-1 earned runs, which is perfectly fine. He's got a 3-0 record against the Cubs with a 2.30 ERA in his career. And that's important. It's always worth looking at in this slightly unusual, slightly alien environment in Wrigley. Back-to-back scoreless starts for Cade Horton in very good form. I'm just not sure how good Chicago are at the moment. They're regressing quite hard. And I think that's fair because I think they were overperforming. I think it was slightly skewed. So I'm going to take the Reds here at a decent price. I trust Abbott more than I trust Horton, but I don't think the Cubs are a minus 140 team at the moment. They haven't been in great form. I saw a stat on it and I can't remember. But since they did have a very hot start, but they're just a bang average team at the minute. So minus 140, the Reds with their stud on the mound. I think I'll take Cincinnati. Gio has joined us in the chat. Gio, welcome along. Gio's questioning my love of a sausage sandwich. What's wrong with the sausage sandwich? Do you get involved in a sausage sandwich, Lonte?
Yeah, sausage biscuits. I love sausage biscuits.
Sausage biscuits?
Biscuits.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing. It's a sandwich. Yeah.
Is it? Sausage biscuits. All right, I'm Googling that. Do you have any kind of moisture on that?
No, just plain. That's it.
Nothing.
Jelly, like strawberry jelly.
What?
You like strawberry jelly?
Mind?
Are we talking about the same?
Sausages.
Okay, we might be talking about 2 different things. Breakfast.
Well, no,
we talking about breakfast?
Sausages, are they?
Yeah, look up like McDonald's. They sell like sausage biscuit.
Yeah, but why are you putting strawberry jam on your sausages?
That's what it is. That's what we do in America.
Lonte.
At least me, I think. Am I weird?
No wonder your country's in the state it's in, Lonte, with that sort of behaviour. 2:35 Eastern first pitch. The New York Yankees are at the Texas Rangers. This is going to be the same handicap as last night, I reckon, all round. Left-handed pitcher Carlos Rodon. For the Yankees, Texas will throw Jack Leiter and are plus 115 home underdogs. Yankees minus 135. Total is at 8.5. Rodon is kind of bang average, isn't he? Lost at Miami and the Blue Jays in his last 2 road starts. I said last night, I don't want to back the Yankees. I just don't want to. You can't make me. I don't want to. Jack Leiter, he's quite easy to root for a start. I like him. And he's putting together a really nice sequence at the moment. We discussed last night why we can't bet New York. And then, helpfully, they then put on a demonstration about 2 hours later of why you can't bet them. We said it, and then they said, well, here's why. And they showed us on the diamond by fucking up again, just for no good reason. So you can't bet them. You have to take Texas. I mean, Texas are a good team, and Leiter's a good pitcher as well. It's not like we're taking some wild underdog here. Right. Plus 115, I'm delighted to take Texas, Lonte.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you at all. Rodon's hit a bit of a wall, but he's faced some like tough competition. Like it's good. Like this is probably one of the. And I know Texas' offense has been hot as of late, but just overall numbers, like he would stack them below the. Like he's faced Philly, Toronto twice, the Cubs, the Mets. I think all of those teams are offenses that we would rank above Texas's. So this is kind of a step down in from competition, but still, I mean, I can't trust him. I know Judge is coming back today or tomorrow. I can't remember. I saw a report about him coming back, but like still, I don't really trust him in the spot. Not at this number, at least. And Leiter's been really good. I mean, 2 or less in 5 of his last 6, 3 straight at home. I'm sorry. He does have to clean up the walk issues. He's got 16 walks in his last 5. I kind of look under as well. Rodon's like he's got 4+ earned in 2 of his last 3 on the road. That kind of scares me. 13 earned in those like 5 games that I talked about against those competition against Philly, Toronto twice, Chicago, and the Mets. But again, I think that this offense is not prone to scoring 5+ runs here. If Rodon is just halfway decent, so Under would probably be another look I would like. I would parlay the under with Texas, thinking that if New York wins, it'll probably be a shootout or like a home run derby. But if the Rangers can keep the Yankees like 4 runs or lower, I think we can get under this number. 3 runs or lower. I'm sorry, 3 runs or lower, not 4.
So I've Googled sausage biscuits, strawberry jam. I've got a picture here. It's sausage biscuit with egg, cheese, and strawberry jam. Is that the kind of thing we're talking about?
That's pretty good, yeah.
It looks fucking great. I'm going to be honest with you.
See?
I might have to walk it back, Lonte. I'm not too big to admit when I was young. I could smash about 6 of them. I'm going to keep that recipe right where it is. I'll tell you, watching some Baseball tomorrow, I might just have an attempt at knock some of them up. So that's where we go. Yeah, they look great. They don't look good for you, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think you should eat too many of them. Not at my age anyway. But yeah, 3:10 Eastern first pitch. The Toronto Blue Jays at the Colorado Rockies. Kevin Gausman for Toronto takes on left-handed pitcher Kyle Freeland of the Rockies. Plus 185 Colorado. Toronto minus 225. Total 11.5, Lonte.
Yeah, I took Colorado yesterday's show, if I'm not mistaken, but I can't do it here. I just, for whatever reason, I can't get Gausman right. I used to be really good and knowing when to back him because he was really good at home and he was pretty much subpar on the road. And then he kind of flipped. And like I think 2 years ago, he was really good on the road and not so good at home. So I wasn't able to catch up with him. So what I landed on was just a team total over. I think Freeland, he's been, battling some illness issues. He was pulled after 40 pitches in his last start. He's been serviceable the last handful of starts, but again, I'm pretty sure he could be at least closer to 100%. But I think Toronto can get to him early, and if they get to the back end of that bullpen early as the 3rd or 4th inning, if he can't go as much, I think they tee off and score 7 or 8 runs. So I'm going with the Blue Jays team total over. The minus 1.5 was too juiced. I didn't want to bet that, so I would rather take the team total over.
So my main thread here was Gausman's inconsistency, and that's exactly what you just laid out. So he's inconsistent at best, and he does have a poor record in Coors Field. It's an average Coors Field record, but 2-2 with a 5.36 ERA. Quite a large sample Gausman's had in Coors Field. We discussed Freeman on last night's show because we thought he was going to go Tuesday, but he's been pushed back to Wednesday. And his ability to give up plenty of stuff in Coors. 6-3 to the over in his 9 home starts this year, Kyle Freeland. So with that, I know it's a big number, but with that and Gausman's inconsistency, and the Blue Jays' ability to hit, I'm going to take an over. Say it's a big number, but I will take the over 11.5. Next up, we will move on to a 4:07 Eastern first pitch between the Tampa Bay Rays and the LA Angels, where Shane Baz will go for the Rays. The Angels will throw left-handed pitcher Tyler Anderson. And this is a match on the books. It is minus 110, each of 2, with a total of 8.5. Oh, fucking hell, you laugh at my last line here. When I wrote this last line 6 hours ago, and I just had a feeling this would happen. Baz has given up 15 earned runs in his last 3 starts. The Rays have lost his last 6 by an aggregate of 25-8. So just a low scoring loss. That's all you get out of Baz, so it should be quite easy to predict. But, we also mentioned that their current form was worst in MLB as well. But Tyler Anderson's in awful form as well. You wouldn't be running to the window to back him. The Angels have lost 4 of his last 5. He hasn't actually been the winning pitcher of record since April, Tyler Anderson. My last line, Lonte says, I don't want to pick anything. I'll take the underdog. And then they've come out at minus 110 each of 2. So that kind of exactly nailed on the head. I can't split them. The bookies can't split them. I'll take the Angels over the Rays. Just recency bias.
Yeah, to be honest, I like over here. I know we were on a lot of unders, but I like the over. So if you're just looking at from the pitching perspective, Anderson's been horrible 10 earned in his last 3 at home. He's allowed 8 home runs in his last 5, 11 walks in his last 5 as well. If you compare that, 15 Ks in that span. So just, he's not even been able to get guys out. He's been allowing a lot of contact. And if you flip that over to Boz, I mean, his hit rate's been sky high, 15 earned in his last 3. He's actually been much better on the road than at home lately, which is kind of weird. So, like, if you just look at it in his last 6 starts on the road, 9 combined earned runs. In his last 6 starts at home, 25 earned runs. So that kind of pointed me to the Rays, but I wanted to plus money on it. So I'm with you there. Like, I wanted to get a plus money on either side, but I don't trust either pitcher. So I'm gonna stay away from the side. I'm gonna bet on them to score, 8 or 9. So I'm betting on one to score 5 and the other one to score 6, the other score 5, or 5 and 5. Yeah, we can get there. Either way, we can get there. So I'm going over. I think we can get 6-4, 7-5. We can get there with these pitchers. A lot of volatility.
Yeah, fair enough. 4:10 Eastern first pitch. The St. Louis Cardinals are at the LA Dodgers. Left-handed pitcher Matthew Liberatore for the Cardinals. For the Dodgers, it will be Shohei Ohtani. The Dodgers are $2 favourites. The Cardinals plus 175. Total is at 8.5. Lonte, do you want the Dodgers at minus 200?
No, I don't. I think we can do. I've been doing to Ohtani what we've been doing with Paul Skeens whenever he's been those big favorites, just kind of fading that. And it's not necessarily a fade on Skeens, or it's not really a fade on Ohtani. It's just price wise. Like, they're pricing Ohtani like he is back with the Angels, and he's not. I mean, he's capped out at what they want to keep him at, like 4 innings pitched. And even then, I mean, he's had moments where he's looked like maybe a batter or two where he's looked like himself, but on a consistent basis, he hasn't looked like himself pitching. And I mean, there's not anything wrong with that, but I'm just like price wise, I can't get behind it. And Liberatore's, he's been solid, 2 or less in 6 of his last 7. He's got 5 or less innings pitched in 4 straight, so not a ton of length. He does have some walk issues as well, but on the road, man, he's been solid. 5 combined runs in his last 4 on the road. At this price, I think you got to take a shot with the Cards here.
Completely and utterly agree. You listed last night the Dodgers' offensive struggles, didn't you? Was it 10 unders in a row? You told me last night, and then they've got out on Monday night and lost 3-2. The problems are still there, and I don't mind Liberatore. He's not bad. He's had back-to-back good starts, both against the Padres. So that lowered his ERA to below 4, and then, if you take into account just his road starts, that's now 352. So Liberatore is completely and utterly capable. Ohtani likely to go 3 again, maybe 4, I don't know. And he will be fine. But the offensive struggles that you mentioned, and the odds are completely skewed by the fact it's got Ohtani's name written in it, like we did with Paul Skeens. The Paul Skeens thing's actually, it's been false economy lately because he's won a shit ton in a row. But while it was a thing, we used it, and I think you have to fade the Dodgers here. Plus 175 for a team in such poor form, I think is the right way to go here. Next up, I'm going to read these ads out. That's what I'm going to do. The world's greatest sportsbook, Circa Las Vegas, is hosting the world's biggest pro football contests, Circa Million, Circa Survivor, and Circa Grandissimo, with over $21 million in guaranteed prizes. You can't call yourself a true DJ if you're not competing in the Circa football contests. Contest weekend with the SGPN, boys and girls, is the 21st to the 23rd. 15% off a stay at Circa with a promo code SGP15. Contests open to everyone. Sign up in Nevada. Play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com. Use promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. And Rhythm continues to crush with power trends. Basically, the best of what their house model has to offer. These are AI-detected patterns. When the win probability is hitting at a certain rate. Clean data-backed bets. MLB Power Trends are absolutely crushing it. WNBA being really good. Download the Rhythm app, check out Power Trends, and start betting smarter. Get your 7-day free trial at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. 4:40 Eastern. First pitch is the Houston Astros at the Miami Marlins. It is Spencer Arrighetti For Houston, we'll take on Jansen Junk of the Miami Marlins. This is a match, -110 each of two, with a total set at 8.5. This is me, actually. I can't ever say the name or see the name Spencer Arrighetti without singing the first few bars of that Eminem song. You know the one I mean? What is it?
Yeah. Scott always says that whenever he pitches.
Palms really?
He says palms are sweaty Arrighetti. Yeah, that's what he calls him.
Well, I didn't know that, but that gets in my head. Even then, I looked down, saw it, and my head just clicked into the
Yeah, Scott says it all the time.
Okay, it must be.
That's how Scott introduces him. Whenever Scott says, whenever he's listening off the pictures, he says, right. going against palms are sweaty Arrighetti. Next time you have Arrighetti and you're on with Scott, just listen to him and he'll say it.
Oh, well, that's complete coincidence then, Lonte. He's had 2 starts now. There might be better days ahead. He's all right. I like him. We've seen him. He can pitch well. I think he might get 7 or 8 decent starts between now and the end of the season. But he did give up 5 earned runs in 3 2/3 last time out. But Jansen Junk struggling equally. We've taken the Marlins a lot over the last couple of weeks, but it is hard to take them behind Junk. It's just his numbers are a little bit too much for me in this spot. 13 earned runs in his last 3 starts. All 3 of those have gone over, and I think runs in this is by far the safest option. Total of 8.5. Both pitchers can help us get there, Lonte. I love the over.
Yeah, man, I completely agree with you. My handicap was, can both teams get to 4? And I think both teams can. And we got to get one more run somehow. And I mean, it doesn't matter who it's going to be because we like the over. So if we can get to 4-4, both pitchers jump 14 earned his last 3, hit rate sky high. I mean, Houston's been struggling, a little bit. I don't know if they're, I don't know what their issue is. And Arrighetti did not look good in AA or AAA. I think he had an ERA of like 5.78 in the start in AA and AAA start. So he wasn't good at all. He's bound to be rusty. I would probably, if I had to take a side, it would be Miami or nothing. I guess this is a Miami, gambling podcast as much as we like them. So, the Miami Marlins fans should be like on their radio. Like we are their number 1 supporters. But I like Miami and over. Well, I like the over, but I would have Miami if I had to play something on the side.
Gio is a hometown Eminem fan. That is Detroit, isn't it?
Yeah, Detroit. Yep.
Yeah. And I haven't imagined he was in Happy Gilmore 2. Have you seen that yet?
I have not seen Happy Gilmore 2 yet, but it's on my list
pretty good.
To watch.
We watched it last Saturday with the kids.
On my list to watch.
I think Eminem was in it. I haven't imagined that. No, definitely in. Yeah. Sorry. Having a senior moment, Lonte. 6:45 Eastern. The Athletics are at the Washington Nationals. Left-handed pitcher Jeffrey Springs will go for the Athletics. Washington officially TBD, but I think it's going to be Cade Cavalli going for Washington. That is a proper double take when I saw the name of Cade Cavalli on the docket here. Even money Washington, -125. The Athletics, total Lonte 8.5.
Yeah, I like the A's. I think it's a good price. Springs has only allowed over 3 earned and once in his last 10. He's been fairly consistent on the road. I think Washington's been too much up and down. We talked about them yesterday getting blasted over the weekend. And I can't remember if did you like Washington yesterday with Gore? Did you like Washington? I like the over.
No, I was all over Severino.
Yeah. So we both were on the same page there. So yeah, I mean, I think we can bleed that handicap into this. Springs is really, he's been really solid for them. I think the A's is a good price. 125 is kind of cheap. So I think the A's are a good play.
Yes, team right. I've got the A's as well. Springs has pitched well the last twice. And he boasts a very steady profile, actually, Jeffrey Springs. Don't mind him. Cavalli, just haven't seen his name for ages. He's been out for donkey's years with injury. Hopefully, he can put a good second half together. He's got a new revamped heater, apparently. He's going to throw. Make of that what you will. But if you're looking for reasons, I mean, all the reasons are obvious to fade Washington. If you're looking for reasons to back him, if we couldn't back him behind Mackenzie Gore, we can't back him behind Cade Cavalli. So, yeah, I think the only course of action. You're right when you said that handicap bleeds into this one. That was a succinct way of putting it, Lonte. We'll take the Athletics to win again. 7:10 Eastern first pitch. The Kansas City Royals take on the Boston Red Sox. Michael Wacha for the Royals will take on Dustin May, a new Boston Red Sox. -137 Boston, +110 Kansas City, and the total here is 9.5. Michael Wacha has been rock solid. 1 earned run in each of his last 3 starts. Those last 2 were wins against the Toronto Blue Jays and the Cleveland Guardians. Dustin May is on debut here for the Red Sox after his trade from the LA Dodgers. His last start, oddly enough, was here, was in Fenway Park, Dodgers at the Red Sox, and he gave up 4 earned runs. I think this is a tricky spot for May. He might take some time to settle in, to adjust. And behind Michael Wacha, I'm going to give Kansas City a chance here. Road underdogs. I'll take the Royals at +110, Lonte.
Man, I love the Royals. That's a great handicap by you. I love the Royals. I agree with everything you just talked about with how May kind of needs to settle in, and he hasn't been good as of late before he even got there. I mean, 4+ runs in 3 of his last 5. A little bit of walk issues, 3+ in 3 of those 5 games. And Walker's been lights out. He's got 1 earned in each of his last 3 starts. Low hit rate, 4 or less in 5 straight. He's got back-to-back good road starts, 2 combined versus the 9 he allowed prior to that. So he's trending in the right direction. Plus money that Kansas City's playing well. I think we both faded them yesterday. I think I like Crochet was pitching. I thought the price was, -1.5 was a good price for Boston today. But I like Kansas City with the pitching matchup to tomorrow. So let's go with Wacha plus the what did you get? What's the best number? I see 119.
+110 I'd seen, mate. So
okay, so maybe somebody bet it down. Somebody got to it before us, man.
Yeah, I don't see too many lines here. My early lines tend to be rubbish. So, yeah, 119 might be more accurate. I like that. Adam has joined us. Adam, awesome. Adam, welcome along. Nice to have you. 7:15. The Milwaukee Brewers are at the Atlanta Braves. Left-handed pitcher Jose Quintana for the Brewers. For Atlanta, it will be Spencer Strider. -149 Atlanta. +120 the Brewers. Total Lonte 7.5.
Yeah. So do we still have Strider and I missed it. Strider and Quintana?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So man, Milwaukee, this is disrespectful to them. Plus money on Milwaukee. I think this is a WTF, man. Wrong team favorite. I like Milwaukee. I mean, Quintana's his hit rate has been up a little bit, 6+ in 4 of his last 6, but Atlanta can't hit. 5 home runs in his last 3. Kind of concerning, but Strider's been trending in the right direction. He's been fairly consistent since mid-June. He has some walk issues as well, but overall, if you're going to give me Quintana, I think he's won. The last few starts as well, trending in the right direction. Milwaukee, I took Atlanta yesterday, but Strider's getting a little bit too much respect here. I like Milwaukee at the plus money price. It's a good bet. Milwaukee's a good bet tomorrow.
I actually had to change my pick when I saw the prices.
Yeah, me too. I swear I did. I swear I did too. I swear.
I was happy to take the Braves for the Tuesday night games at +120 because I thought there was a bit of value, and I thought there might be a bit of value in here, but there's not at -150. There absolutely isn't. Quintana's got a steady profile, and the Brewers have been winning his games. He's very good on the road, 2.49 ERA. Strider not quite back to his best, but he is doing better. 6 scoreless in his penultimate home start is a good marker. The Brewers were missing Jackson Churio, but the final nail in the coffin was the prices. I thought they'd be much, much closer together. They're not. Got to take the Brewers at +120. Penultimate game here is the San Diego Padres at the Arizona Diamondbacks. This is a 9:40 Eastern first pitch, where left-handed pitcher Nasty Nestor Cortez will go for San Diego. The Diamondbacks are throwing. Tony Disco is back. Anthony Desclafani, I haven't seen him for a little while. They can't be. What prices have you got on this game, Lonte? Can you?
Let's see. Let me make sure that it's updated because I did mine earlier in the day.
I've written something down wrong here. I've got the Diamondbacks at minus 250. That's not right, is it?
Oh no. I see San Diego minus 140 and Arizona plus 130.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I was looking at when I wrote that down there. Yeah, Tony Disco's never been a $2.50 favourite. I think this is me, Lonte, actually. 2 starts, Nestor Cortez. His last one was much more like it. 6 scoreless against the Reds. Tony Disco has had 9 appearances so far, only 2 starts, and the 2 starts have not gone well, let me tell you. Diamondbacks have a below average OPS against left-handed pitching at home, just hitting 230 off lefties. I think the Padres can outscore them here. Minus 140 to take on Desclafani, I think it's a perfectly reasonable price, Lonte.
I completely agree with you. I mean, Padres trending in the right direction. I'm not sure what we're going to get from Cortez. He looked good in his I saw some highlights of him in his rehab starts last month. He looked okay. I mean, he had 2 starts this year, obviously, before he hit the IL, the 60-day IL. But, I mean, Desclafani, I mean, you can't get with him. I think this is pretty cut and dry. I like San Diego minus the 1.5.
Ooh, run line as well.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, nice, Lonte. Confident. Final game on the card. We've rattled through these games, and it's because we did them last night. You know what I mean? Our general overview of how the teams came out of the weekend. We haven't had to tag on the front of these games. But the 9:40 Eastern first pitch is the Chicago White Sox at the Seattle Mariners. It is Jonathan Cannon for the White Sox taking on George Kirby of Seattle. Right, this is where I got the prices wrong because the White Sox, Lonte, are not minus 140. So I wrote down, I got the last 2 games.
Oh, you got the price? Yeah, I got you.
Suddenly, all become clear. The White Sox are plus 190. The Mariners are minus 250. And the total is 7.5, Lonte.
Yeah, we like the well. Did you like the White Sox yesterday? Did we give out the White?
Yeah.
I like the White Sox first 5.
Classic White Sox first 5.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but we're gonna fade them here. I think Kirby will get to him. Cannon's trending in the wrong direction. 11 earned, 14 hits, 4 home runs allowed in his last 2. I think Seattle can exploit that offensively. Kirby's allowed 2 or less in 5 of his last 6 at home. He's got good length, 6+ innings pitched in 6 of his last 7. I like Seattle's offense at home more than I do on the road. I think they can get to Cannon early, and if they get to that bullpen for the White Sox, 3rd inning, 4th inning, 3 2/3, anything under 4 innings, I think it'll be a problem for the White Sox, and Seattle should be able to explode, and Kirby can limit them offensively. So I like Seattle minus the 1.5.
Yes, completely agree. We've been in lockstep the last 5 or 6 games here, Lonte. 1, 2. Yeah, this entire second page of my notes, we've given out the same plays here. 11 earned runs in Cannon's last 2 starts. His road ERA is now touching 5. And what I like was the comparison games of Kirby's last 2 home starts. 7-2 and 6-0. That form, that level of performance from Kirby, from the Seattle offense, and from Cannon should suffice again. That we've seen it. They're just, all things being equal, that's what we'll see again. So Seattle on the run line would be my play in that one. And Lonte, we have done it. 15 games in the hutch, and it's your turn to go first with the lock and dog.
Yep. So let's start off with the lock. Let me just find the correct pricing on. Actually, you know what? I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, Mal. Do I want to go with a? Yeah, let's go with a total. I haven't been good on totals on here, but on tally side I've been all right. So let's go with Cincinnati, Chicago under 8. I like both pitchers. Rattled off the numbers earlier. I think that this goes split a unit, go first 5 under, and then full game because Horton does have some walk issues, and the Cincinnati's offense can kind of exploit that. And I think that they can maybe explode a little bit. But all things considered, I think this is a 4-3 type of game, and we get under that 8. So let's go under 8 for Cincinnati and Chicago, the Cubs. Man, it's a lot of dogs that I like, man. That's a lot of dogs that I like. But one of my favorites is one we just talked about, Kansas City plus 120 at Boston. I'm going to leave Milwaukee for you because I think you're going to take Milwaukee. So Kansas City plus 120 Walker has been dealing, and I think this is a bad spot for me. So let's go with Walker and Kansas City plus 120.
I'm going to go bigger than Milwaukee, Lonte.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to take the Cardinals plus 175 against the Dodgers. I think they just mispriced. Dodgers are in poor form, have been for a long time. Ohtani is the reason that the Dodgers are minus 200. What, for 3 innings? We can get through 3 innings, 1 or 2, nothing down. Still win. They won 3-2 on Monday. Cardinals plus 175. And I'll take a total for my lock, and it's the over 8.5 in the Astros at the Marlins. Arrighetti will help us out. I nearly said it then, but I thought I'm a 50-year-old man. I am not rapping, Lonte. And Jansen Junk's been giving up loads of stuff. So over 8.5 between those two. And the final order of the day, Lonte, we need a dingers. Come on. Who's going to hit one out?
Man, I was going to go to that. I was going to go to the same game that you put for your lock. I was going to go with the Houston Astro. And I went with Christian Walker, but I went with him, and he hit a home run the day before, and I couldn't get him home the day after. So let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go with. You know what? Let's go with Jose Altuve. Let's go with Altuve. He's on a 3-game hit streak. He's been seeing the ball. He had 4 hits about a week ago. He has not hit a home run since that. That was July 30th. So I think he has a good out. He's getting 5 at bats consistently at the top of the lineup. So I think he can hit one out tomorrow against Junk.
The game for home runs tomorrow, Lonte, we can same game parlay a load of shit here. The game for home runs is the Rays at the Angels.
Yeah.
Baz and Anderson both give up a shit ton of stuff. But I don't want to take any Rays batters because I'm struggling a bit with the Rays offense at the moment. So we're going to go to an Angel. I love the Angels. I don't know why. I've always loved the Angels. We used to have this issue. Big and Moon, I've had this issue for years. There's a fella of the Angels called Mike Trout, Lonte. He's quite good at baseball. Is he a bit chalky? You're allowed to give out Mike Trout, aren't you? Trip down memory lane. Yeah, Mike Trout off Shane Baz tomorrow. We'll get one out for us. And that's it, Lonte. Do you have anything to tell the people?
Nah, man. Hopefully we got some winners, man. We're going to either look really, really good or we're going to look really, really bad because we agreed on a lot of stuff. So
yeah.
Hopefully everything goes good and we can bleed that into the weekend.
Yeah, we live and die together tomorrow. Regardless, I can get my arse in the chair right there and watch 8 hours of baseball before I go to bed, which is good fun. Thank you, everybody who joined us live. Very much appreciated. We appreciate all your comments on Spotify as well. If you do get a chance to like, rate, review, it just helps us get into other people's ears, which is helpful for the rest of the network, etc.
Yes,
thank you very much, Lonte. Thank you, everybody. Good luck with your bets.